Crossovers. Very popular cars actually. Nissan started with it and everyone followed. So today we have a crossover and it is the Peugeot 2008. This one finished in this nice orange in an active package. As you can see, I really like the design of the front. This one is finished with halogen headlights, LED daytime running lights. The model of the car is actually on the front, which is quite unique. Lion, space for radar guided cruise control, but we don't have it on this spec. What do you think of the lines actually? I like them really well. I think the format of the car is really nice. 4.30 m long and it's nice squished and I really like how it looks. Let's talk about the wheels. We have here 15-inch grey rims. Wrapped around those is premium contact 7 tires with some very nice sidewall actually, which is really comfortable. Nice door handles. Let's see how the door sound if you shut them. I have to say quite decent for a Peugeot. As you can see, this one is a gasoline model. You can get this in gasoline, diesel, hybrid and full EV. But today we are focusing on the gasoline model only. 2 real exhaust actually, not the fake ones. Inside is real exhaust and there as well. Backup camera quality, we will talk about that soon. Really nice rear lights actually, full LED, which makes this car look from the rear actually very nice. As you can see, the rain is going down. We have now taken a look on the exterior. Let's take a look at the trunk space. Actually, pretty nice amount of space. Trunk space quite decent. Let's hop in the rear seat. All right, you can find me now behind myself. I am 1.81 m for reference. And I have actually, from my body type, decent amount of space. Head space is quite okay, knee space is even quite okay, but there is no luxury in here. I have no rear vent. I have no USB ports to charge my devices. No armrest. Isofix over here, so for child seats is quite decent. The texture of the seats is actually quite decent and holds up really well. So this is for the rear space, even no light. So you cannot read the book or something like that. All right, now I have hopped in behind the wheel. Fake leather wrap wheel. The wipers are going crazy because it's raining like crazy as well. I have over here an analog cluster, but it can get even digital one. And Peugeot call it iCockpit, but we don't have it over here. Over here you can find a 7-inch touchscreen, which is actually quite decent to responsive, as you can see. I mean, it's doing quite well. No volume because under copyright strike. Over here you can find some really nice buttons with nice feel. Heated seats, front seats in 3 stages actually. And this is your point of view. The wipers are going still crazy. Rear view mirror, cloth seats, and actually not a lot of interior space, as you can see. Manual handbrake, which is quite unique in those days. 6-speed and manual. Material quality is actually really nice. As you can feel, everything is soft. Nothing creaks. So I have to say Peugeot did it quite nicely over here. Now we are quickly, because it's raining, under the hood of the Peugeot. You can find over here a 1.2 liter 3-cylinder engine, gasoline one, turbocharged. It's a HN005, that's the engine code. It produces 131 horsepower and 230 Newton meters of torque. It has direct injection, variable valve timing, hydraulic one, and it has 2 thermostats. One thermostat is for the head of the car and second one is for the block of the car because the head is quicker hot when it's winter. So the head actually warms up first, then the thermostat warms up your interior and then is the block heats up. Now, quite little engine. It has rubber wet timing belt. That is actually not so reliable on this engine, but as you can see, it's starting raining, so let's hop in. All right, I have now hopped behind the steering wheel. And we have to talk about the steering wheel. Peugeot started making those flat bottom and flat top steering wheels and placed the gauge cluster actually quite high up. But if you have the steering wheel in your regular driving height like this, it will block your view. So I have to actually push it a little bit way more down than I would like. Luckily, I'm not a big guy, but if someone is quite big, his knees will actually block the steering wheel, and ergonomically, this is not a really good design. It's only good for small people, but all right. And we are gonna take it for a quick spin. The sound of the blinker is actually quite cheap, I have to say. It doesn't sound really premium-like. We are approaching now this corner, so let's feel how the brakes are doing. Oh, quite well. Well, I have to say, this small steering wheel gives the Peugeot actually quite sporty feel, but it's not a really sporty car. Even if you get the GT trim, it's not sporty at all. But the steering wheel gives you that fake feel of a sporty car. Let's try 100 to 0 test. How do the brakes feel on a wet surface? 3, 2, 1, now. Oh yeah. It did quite well, I have to say. Those tires did really well. The ABS did actually quite good job, I have to say. The brakes passed actually, no vibration, nothing like that. The brake pedal was stiff and very confidence inspiring. So good job Peugeot on those brakes. About the brakes in the front, we have 2 piston brake caliper. At the rear, 1 single piston brake caliper. How does it actually drive? I have to say, the suspension is original on this car and it feels comfortable. It's not really like sporty or stiff, but it's just comfortable. Let's talk about the suspension. I have driven different crossovers and one of them was Nissan Juke, the other one was a previous generation of the Peugeot 2008, and I have to say that this one feels actually the best of them. How does actually the chassis of the car feel? I have to say the chassis rigidity is actually quite good. Peugeot built this car on a common module platform. It's the same platform actually used for other PSA projects like Citroën, Peugeot, Opel. Ergonomics actually pretty good. I can reach everything really nicely. Touchscreen, mediocre one, but it will get the job done. You can get the bigger one, the 10.5 inch. Alright, this car is equipped with an 8-speaker sound system. You can even equip vocal sound system with the 10 speakers, which is actually quite good. But this one is a bass sound system, 8 speakers, 4 tweeters and 4 door woofers. 2 over here in the A-pillar, 2 door woofers and other ones at the back. How does it sound? Decent. It does not distort actually. The highs coming in quite crisp. The bass, some upper bass. It's not deep bass, it's upper bass. It doesn't distort. It gets reasonably actually loud. I have to give it actually C tier. It's a C tier sound system. The heating of the car is actually really good. As you can see, I have it actually quite low and it's really warm and toasty inside. The 1.2 liter engine feels quite peppy. The turbo has a really nice bite. It's actually driving quite well. Let's talk about the NVH of the car. Today, lots of wind, lots of rain, and I have to say it's not bad at all. I have actually suspected it will be louder over here, but it isn't. It's quite comfortable. You can talk with a normal volume actually, and you do not have to scream, so it's quite comfortable. How are those seats? I have to say, quite decent. I don't have lots of support below my legs, but the back is supported quite well. You can get really high in the car, not really low, but very high, and you can do some proper long driving on them. This car is even equipped with a cruise control. The damper feel quite nice, comfortable, but the car doesn't wobble a lot. Alright, we are now on our park place, so this car has even reverse camera, and so it's kind of 360-degree camera, so we will test it. It's a little bit laggy, the quality is a little more mediocre, but it will get the job done. And it's raining, so it's quite dirty. Alright, today we are gonna end the review inside the car because of the rain. We have driven it. Do I recommend this car? Actually, it's not a bad car. It's a really nice, comfortable little crossover. The interior is quite, I have to say, funky. It's different than lots of other cars, which makes it for someone really attractable, for someone not. The engine is quite peppy, but watch out for the wet timing belts, because if they snap, engine is gone. And which trim do I recommend? I do actually recommend the GT trim, because you get a very nice stereo, the vocal, you get leather inside. I recommend actually the top trim. You get some black headliner, panoramic sunroof, so go for the top trim, and we will see you next time. Let us know in the comments, do you drive French cars? And do you eat croissant or baguette in it? Let us know. Bye.